Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, May 27th, 2013. I don't like the way I just said, Monday, You ever catch yourself sounding like a douche there? Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. A beautiful time to thank the troops and stuff your motherfucking face with shit. Right? Isn't that what you're doing? Let's all have a moment of silence for everyone who made a sacrifice for this country. All right, let's go stuff our faces. Right? Isn't that what every fucking holiday is? Flag Day. Today is a day to remember all the flags that have waved above this country. And now let's stuff our faces. Let's get drunk and have a fight with our mothers. You know, isn't that what it is? How many people are actually going to go to a fucking parade today? From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. Huh? Who can sing beyond that fucking 2 lines other than a goddamn ex-Marine or a current Marine? One or the other. Is that what they do when you join the Marines, by the way? Do you have to sing that song as some drill sergeant is in your face? I didn't hear you. You fucking screaming, I'm from the halls of bullshit. You're singing like one of them queers. Right? I commend anybody who's in the military service simply for the ability to get through boot camp and having somebody screaming in your face and just pushing down every ounce of your being to not, like, just punch that guy right in the fucking face. This is the thing. Like, I've thought about that shit, right? Like, let's say things get really fucked up and all of a sudden they want to draft soon-to-be 45-year-old balding redheads like myself. And I've actually thought about, for some reason, I think about it whenever I do pull-ups. Because whenever I do pull-ups, or climb the rope, I always think, do you think I could make it through fucking maybe 3 obstacles? 3 obstacles in one of those boot camp things? I could get up the fucking rope. I probably couldn't do the required amount of pull-ups. But I wonder if I could just get out of the drill sergeant, you know? I still think you're a queer, but I'm impressed with your upper body strength and your age. Get the fuck out of my face. Right? Could I at least get one of those? But my thing is, if someone was screaming in my ear like that, like I got tinnitus or tetanus, however the fuck you say it, I have it in one of my ears. So if the guy's screaming in my ears, I'd have to be like,
Yeah, excuse me. I'm not trying to not be Marine-like, but I just want to let you know that I played a lot of drums, and my ears, they're very sensitive. If you could just, you can continue with the insults. I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but if you could just somehow bring the volume down.
you know, and then immediately I'm pile because everybody else has to start doing push-ups. Is this quiet enough for you, Private Burr? Look at the rest of your platoon. Sitting here doing push-ups because you don't want me to yell too loud. Just exactly how quiet do you think war is? You red-headed, freckled fucking faggot, right? Isn't that what they're going to say to you? It's always the homophobic shit. Isn't that what they come at you with? Huh? I bet you're sucking dick. Right? You know what? I actually shouldn't say any of this because I have no idea what they say to you other than what I've watched in movies. You know? So anyways, happy Memorial Day. A beautiful time to thank the troops and stuff your fucking face with some shit. That should be the official Memorial Day. I think the only people who truly appreciate it are people who have actually served and know people who have served. You know? That would be my... Really, Bill? Do you really think that the people who are closest to it appreciate it the most? What other groundbreaking things are you going to say on this podcast? Oh, I know. I know I'm a moron. All right? Can you just let me have my moment? Can you? Well, all right then. I'm in New York City right now. I'm in my old apartment. Lonely as shit. I don't know how I used to do this as a single man. You know? Although I have to tell you, it's, you guys know the comedian Ted Alexandro? If you don't, you should. He's one of the best fucking comics out there. He used to have this great joke. I'll just do the gist of it because I don't want to fucking burn a joke. He used to just say that basically, it was essentially that, being single, it sucked at night because you were lonely, but it was great for the rest of the day. I can't say I'm feeling that, but I have to concur with that joke that at nighttime when you fucking go home by yourself, that's when it gets to you. I think because when you wake up in the morning, you have errands to run. I'm going to go to the gym. There's hope. That's what it is. There's hope that you're going to find somebody. When at night, all that hope is gone. And it's just you, a pint of ice cream, and a slice of pizza. Slowly crying crying softly as you're chewing, getting down to the crust. Actually, I've made a rule that this time when I go through New York, I'm not having any pizza and I'm not having any ice cream. And I know what you're thinking. Bill, you're in New York City. You have to have the pizza. Okay? Well, I'm going to tell you what I've had enough New York pizza to last me a fucking lifetime. First of all, 90% of New York pizza sucks a giant pizza cock because it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make sense. Simply because there's so many people living off the fucking reputation that New York has great pizza. That's the problem. New York does have great pizza, but there's no laws prohibiting anybody from opening a pizza shop saying the best pizza in New York City. It's fucking horrific. Maybe if I do Dangerfields, I'll go over to that Sutton Pizza there over on First Avenue. I always liked that pizza. It had a nice fucking zip over there, a nice zip to the sauce there, a nice little tang there, a nice little, ooh, what the fuck was that there in their pizza slices. I don't know. Pizza's always that shit. You're like stumbling home after a couple, 2, 3 fucking whiskeys, right? And then you fucking, I don't know what. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I realize I have to get a fucking appointment book because I just realized how much shit I just planned for tomorrow. I'm going to get a steak fucking dinner with Joey Roses and Keith Robinson. Somebody over at the Stand Comedy Club, the head chef over there, is going to teach me how to make a fucking pizza pie over there. Because I got the big green egg, and I can heat that fucker up to 700 degrees. Do you guys even know what I'm talking about? Just realized that. I bought this big green egg, this barbecuer and a smoker. And they give you this book showing you all the wonderful shit that you can make on it. And all I've made on it is burgers, hot dog, and fucking chicken. So I want to take it to the next level. I want to be able to make a pizza, but you got to know how to make your own fucking dough. Which I don't know how to do. So I'm going to have this person show me how to do it. Because I'm a fucking seeker. Right? I'm always trying something new. Oh, what's that Bill up to fucking today? Anyways, how about those Bruins, huh? Here we go, Bruins. Here we go. That's how it used to be. That's the chant that used to get going back in the days in the old Boston Garden. Now they go, let's go, Bruins. And I'm telling you, that's the Ranger chant. It was, here we go, Bruins, here we go, and let's go, Rangers. All right? Well, you know where the Rangers are going now? Out to the fucking golf course. Because, yes, the Bruins, in one short week, went to the fucking Mecca, Madison Square Garden, and in 5 games, it was actually a 5-game sweep. Who's kidding who? Not to take anything away from the Rangers, but I'm gonna. All right? When the whole rally on your side gets going because our goalie fell down, when have you ever a goalie? He just falls down like some kid playing pee-wee hockey, and then he tried to go, oh, there was a rut in the ice. You fell down, Took. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Go down to a public rink. You see it all the time. My favorite thing in a public rink is watching that guy when it takes like 12 seconds for him to fall. Oh! Right? The fucking 6 going backwards, 6 going forwards, right? And then the fucking, that whip, bam. And it's usually the back hits first, and then the fucking whiplash, and then the head makes that nice hollow coconut pook right off the fucking ice. That unmistakable sound of somebody's squash hitting a sheet of ice. That's an incredible sound. You know what? And I don't think that can be reproduced by Hollywood. Unless you actually had somebody slam their head on it. That's incredible. Not even with one of those Casio keyboards that has access to over 1,000 sound effects. They never have, do you ever notice that? They never have the sound effect of a head hitting the asphalt or a sheet of ice. So there's one for you nerds. Why doesn't somebody out there, one of you Photoshop cunts out there, try to get me that perfect sound effect and send it to me, and I'll have my first sound effect on the podcast. And I'll turn this into a wacky morning show. And every time I say something dumb, I go, oh, what was I thinking? And then I'll click the button, and then you'll hear it. And then you'll laugh. And then you'll be in the parking lot of your job, holding onto the steering wheel, 10 and 2, just staring at that front door that you don't want to walk through. Just having those last few moments to yourself. Thinking about all the decisions you made over the last 12 years. Why did I break up with her? Why did I major in this? Why did I buy this car? Why can't I feel feelings anymore? As your eyes well up with tears, you just look up at the heavens, wondering if there's some old guy up there that gives a fuck. You cry softly. And then for some unexplained reason, you look over to the left. And there's your boss staring at you with this weird look on his face like, is that Mike crying in his fucking car? So you quickly try to play it off like you sneeze. You take a big, deep breath, and you push all those fucking feelings down. You like it, and you get out of the car. Hey, boss, how you doing? Yeah, no, allergies. Oh, yeah, I'll see you in there. Yep, can't wait. Sorry. Anyways, so the Bruins are now going to go play the most confusing franchise in NHL in the NHL. I don't know how to feel about the fucking Penguins. I totally respect them, and I'm fucking blown away by their ability to somehow always get the guy that's the next guy. I mean, it's insane. I would, like, in the last 20 years, 25 years, I would actually put them beyond the Yankees. Yeah, wait a minute. Or I would compare them to the Yankees. When the Yankees, got Babe Ruth, then Lou Gehrig, then Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle. I would actually, this is the closest thing you've seen, where the Penguins, Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, Sidney Crosby, and fucking Geno Malkin. I don't know how to say it. And Genny. I don't know how to fucking say these hockey names nowadays. I used to be Jacques. All these French fucking names. That was easy, right? Michel Goulet. Shoots, he scores. 1, 2, 3. Fucking 4 absolute snipers. I mean, unbelievable fucking top-notch goddamn players. It's incredible. Right? They have that, and then on the other side, right? And then whenever they get hit, they're like, Mario Lemieux's like, if people don't stop cheating, I'm not going to play anymore. Right? Yager was always like, oh, he's got a mullet, and he just loves those Kit Kats. Eats them all the time. Some people say that's why, he's scoring all those goals. I'll tell you, I wish I knew that when I played. Right? Sidney Crosby. Big pouty-lipped fucking Cub Scout that he is, What's the hate about that guy? other than the fact that he doesn't do anything wrong in life. Helping old people cross the street, even with the skates on, runs out of the arena. Is that an old person trying to cross the street? Just a fucking Wheaties cereal box cover looking son of a bitch. Why is he a son of a bitch? Because he's better than you. Head and shoulders, the best fucking guy in the league. Then you got Malkin, guy who could be a fucking cunt and be like, hey, what about me? He doesn't give a shit. He just plays his goddamn game and is tremendous. All right? It's a great fucking hockey town. They had one of the great last arenas, that Mellon Arena, Carnegie Mellon, Heinz, whatever the fuck they called it. Goddamn Pittsburgh people. They got 3 names for everything. It's either Heinz, Carnegie Mellon, or just Mellon. I guess that's 4, but it's really just Carnegie Mellon, just all fucking remix, like P. Diddy's in there. By the way, the more years that goes by that Biggie has been dead, and his legend just keeps growing and growing, with the fact that nobody's ever matched that guy's ability with humor, storytelling, and being able to paint a fucking picture. Forget about his charisma. It's the last time you saw a guy even remotely with the fucking charisma of that guy. All right? As the years go by and you keep going back, frustrated with the new shit, and you just keep going back to that mumbling fucking shit that Puffy does on every fucking track. It's like, can somebody out there send me some fucking Biggie tracks where you removed Puffy going, that's right. Uh-huh. Okay. In the fucking background, or whatever the fuck he says, or just repeats every the last word of every line that Biggie says. It's like, we heard it. Wasn't it enough for you to be in there with the fucking faders pushing those up and down? I got to listen to your mumbling jackass. I tell you, one of the worst fucking rap songs ever was when he and that other mumbling jackass, Mace. Tell me who's hot, who's not. Tell me who's got it. You know what? Tell me which one of you is fucking rapping, because I can't tell the difference. Why am I this upset? Anyways, let's dial it down. Let's dial it down. Let's get back to the fucking. That's right. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm agreeing with him. Fuck. So that's one side of the Penguins. And then on the other side of the Penguins, and Crosby bitch moaning and complaining. Mario Lemieux bitch moaning and complaining about the thuggery, the cheating, and all that fucking shit. And then, like, right in their own goddamn locker room, they have had the exact same thing where you had the Ruth DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig. They've had that of the fucking biggest goddamn knee breakers, cheating sons of bitches ever. I have this love-hate with the Penguins. I love them because I respect the franchise, and I hate them because, not because they have these cheating cunts that fucking just go out there and try and end people's careers. It's the fact that they then have the balls to bitch. That's the kind of hockey the Islanders are going to play. I mean, I don't even know why we're even in this league. Meanwhile, you got fucking Matt Cook. In 35 years of watching people play hockey, I've never seen a guy check somebody in the boards and accidentally completely sever the guy's fucking Achilles tendon. How does that happen? I don't know. They say it was a fucking accident, and if it was anybody else, I would have believed it. You know what the sad thing about Matt Cook is? The guy can actually play. He's a fucking great player. And he's definitely toned down his shit, but I mean, I can't ever forgive the guy because he ended Savard's career. Guy's on a follow-through of a fucking shot. Could not be more vulnerable. And you come by at 30 miles an hour and hit him with that plastic shoulder blade pad, which is like hitting somebody across the jaw with a fucking wrench, and you end his goddamn career. Unbelievable. So this is gonna be a brutal series. The only fucking weak part I can see on the Penguins is they have shaky goaltending. But just their offensive power, I don't know. My heart says Bruins, but if I was putting money on it, I mean, I would say Penguins in 6. I know there's a lot of Bruins fans.
Dude, what the fuck? What you fucking saying, kid? What you fucking getting all weird now that you're living out in fucking L.A., dude?
No, I just watch enough hockey, and I've seen what the fuck they're capable of. Like, Sidney Crosby is literally unstoppable. You know? Unfucking stoppable. And if they just had one guy like that, you know, like the Capitals, and Ovechkin's nowhere near Crosby, although he had a great year. Now I'm going to have those guys fucking whining to me. Oh, great year, he won the scoring title. You know, if you just fucking had him, but the fact that you have all those other guys, you know, Malkin and all those guys, I don't know. It's going to be fucking, I don't know how you know what, I'm calling it right now. We're going to play the trap. We're going to try and play that boring-ass fucking hockey, and it's going to kill me. I'm going to have to watch because it's my team, but I want, before anybody sends me the emails, no, I don't enjoy watching it, even if we win a game. I don't like it because I really enjoyed watching the Penguins-Senators series, even though that one last game that 7-goal game was a blowout. Oh, by the way, once again, you know, a lot of people explained to me why there was such hatred towards Maple Leaf fans, Toronto in general, and all that type of thing. And everybody was saying that basically that's the biggest city in Canada, and that's where, like, all the media is. So because all the media is there, it's like everybody in Toronto then thinks the whole fucking country or the whole world revolves around them. I'm not saying it's true. I'm an outsider, but that's what they say. But it reminded me kind of like New Yorkers. You know what I mean? Like, they just think everything begins and fucking ends, you know, with like Madison. The only reason Madison Square Garden is this mecca is because it's in the middle of the biggest fucking city with all this media here, you know? And a lot of New Yorkers, they really confuse that. It's a mecca. That's just a gathering place. People come and play hoop there because that's where they can make the most amount of fucking money and get the most amount of media exposure. But that has nothing to do with the Knicks or how good, or the legendary. The Knicks are not legendary. They're not. All right? With Spike Lee sitting courtside, you're fucking low-rent Jack Nicholson. Oh, Woody Allen with his awful hat. Jesus Christ. You know, at least L.A., they have the decency to get their faces laminated if you're going to be the celebrity sitting on the side. I'm just fucking with you. Anyway, so the Knicks are out. The Rangers are out because of the Boston Bruins. And once again, the Garden is silent, and it's ready for the circus. The Mecca. That's their fucking... That's what happens every goddamn year. Do you realize the Rangers have won one Stanley Cup in the last 73 fucking years? You understand that? Do you realize that in like the fucking 60-something years that the NBA's been around, the New York Knicks have won only 2 titles? 2 titles. Last one they won was in 1973. Oh, let's do the math on that one. That was 40 fucking years ago. That's why Verzi kills me. Dude, the Garden was rocking last night. He's always telling me how loud the Garden is. Unfucking believable. Really? Okay. Louder than the fucking piece of shit TDF XYZ Garden, whatever the fuck they call the Boston Garden now? When the Bruins came back down fucking 3 goals in Game 7. Was it louder than that, Paul Verzi? I'm asking you. All right, you're listening to the Monday Morning Podcast here, everybody. Jeez Louise, you know what? I think it's time to tell you guys about some wonderful products that you might not have been aware of. All right, here's one for you. The Dollar Shave Club. Getting a good shave can be a real pain in the ass. Searching through 50 brands, matching new blades to old handles, bullshit features where your razor doubles as a flashlight, vibrator, toothpick. $20 for new razors. That really is a ripoff, by the way. The new razor blades. I love they have them behind a case. You know, like they're giving you gold coins. It's like maybe if you didn't charge $80 for each one, you wouldn't have to fucking lock them up. But anyways, go to dollarshaveclub.com to get high-quality razors delivered to your door for just a couple of bucks a month. They've made it simple. High-quality razors, 100% guaranteed, sent on schedule, so you never have to think about it ever again. Every month you get a new pack, and every week you change your blade. And it costs a fraction of what you'd pay at retail. Plus, you don't have to stand in line. I want you to try it. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/Burr, B-U-R-R. You'll get a free sample of Dr. Carvey's Easy Shave Butter, which is awesome, with your first shipment. Also, it also makes the perfect Father's Day gift. Come on, Bill. Hang in there. Dollar Shave Club. Something he can actually use. Support this show. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/Burr or click on the Dollar Shave Club banner on the podcast page at billburr.com. All right, Hula Plus, everybody. You've tried streaming hit shows on your PC on hula.com. Now it's time to start your free trial of exclusive content in your living room and on your mobile devices on Hula Plus. With Hula Plus, you get total control to watch thousands of shows whenever you want, wherever you want. Use Hula Plus on connected TVs, game consoles, Blu-ray players, Roku, is that how you say it? Apple TV, PC, or watch from anywhere on your smartphone or tablet on demand at all times. Even on a plane? Can I do this on a plane? Anyways, and with Hulu Plus, you can binge on full seasons, watch your favorite current shows, and even full series runs of classic TV shows. It's endless. Actually, you could do this on a plane because now you can get Wi-Fi. God damn it, this is unbelievable. We're in the future here, everybody. They've got Community, Modern Family, South Park, SNL, Monday Night Raw, The Man Show, Jimmy Kimmel, Family Guy, and more. Feel free to check it out in your own time. Hulu Plus is only $7.99 per month. But right now they're offering an extended free trial of Hulu Plus that is only available to podcast listeners. Take control of your TV watching experience. Go to the podcast page at billburr.com. Click the Hulu Plus banner for an extended free trial, or go to huluplus.com/Bill. Again, the Hulu Plus banner on the podcast page at billburr.com, or go to huluplus.com/Bill. And we got one more for you, eVoice, everybody. eVoice is the reason you're going to make more money in 2013. When your customers call, you'll have your own toll-free number, professional greeting, dial-by-name directory, and more. You'll sound like a Fortune 500 company and blow away your competitors. eVoice lets you give out one number that rings wherever you are, the beach, the bar, doesn't matter. You'll sound like you're at the office. You got to go to eVoice and use the promo code BILL. eVoice takes all your voicemails, transcribes them, and sends them to you instantly as a text mail. So you can check your voicemails before the meeting ends and not even look rude. eVoice is only $10 a month. Right now, listeners to my podcast get a free trial of eVoice for 30 days. So check it out. Stop what you're doing, hit pause, set up your eVoice free trial, and see what I'm talking about. It's a great way to support my podcast and an easy way to make more money this year. I hope you guys all do it. Go to eVoice.com, promo code BILL. That's eVoice.com, promo code BILL. Or just go to the podcast page, billburr.com, and click on the eVoice banner right now. All right? There you go. See that? Helping you shave better, helping you watch TV better, helping you get your fucking business going. You know? I'm hoping you leave me behind. Someday I'll be reading an ad for your company there. Hey, let's keep talking with the sports here. All right, who's kidding who? I don't watch that much NBA hoop. I don't. I like it. I know I shit on it a lot, but I got to tell you, that Dwayne Wade flying fucking elbow. All right, now it did look like he was trying to leap over the guy, but at the last second, there was no fucking reason to do what he did. It was like a wrestling move. And I know it's debatable, but what killed me was Reggie Miller and the other commentator, or Steve Kerr, immediately, the first reviewing of it, just go, yeah, that wasn't intentional at all. It's part of the natural bodily movement when you leap into the air, like one of your elbows just sticks out like that to give somebody a forearm shiver. He fucking gave the guy an impromptu flying elbow. That's what I think. He leapt in the air, because they were kind of crossing over each other in a weird way. He jumped over the guy and was like, oh, there's his head. Man, how about fucking right there, Fred? How do you like that? He gave him one of those. The guy collapses in a fucking heat, although I heard he's known for flopping. But it just killed me that just automatically just, yeah. Holy shit, look at that elbow. Oh, wait, that's one of the superstars of the league. I don't think that there was anything premeditated. There was no malicious act. It's ridiculous. If that happened to Dwayne Wade and he went down, I swear to God, both of them would be like, that right there, that's the kind of thing that just does not belong in this game at this level or at any level for that matter. I mean, there's kids at home watching this game. I mean, that's just, look at that. Let's watch this again. I mean, that's just disgraceful. That's just premeditated. I'll tell you, the league's got to take a look at this, and I would be really surprised if that gentleman was playing the next contest. Fucking superstar does it. He didn't mean anything by that. He's kind of, he was in the air. He had to flap his wings like a bird. He doesn't have any feathers, so he's got to tuck his hands back towards his torso. It's very normal right there. That's it. That's all I know about hoop this week. Other than I'm pulling for the Pacers. Who else is playing? Who's out in the West? You know what I love? I love the Spurs and their white guy basketball that they play. I absolutely love their fundamentally sound pick and roll, fucking kiss it off the glass, I can't jump either game that they play. It's tremendous. There's not a lot of white guys out there doing it, but when I watch the Spurs play, it looks like 5 white guys playing pickup at the Y. And it's effective. I don't know how they do it. So who are they playing? They're playing the Grizzlies. I don't give a shit. I'm just so elated that the Lakers aren't in it. So fucking elated. Absolutely love it. And I hope Dwight Howard stays with the Lakers the same way I have enjoyed, what's his face? Alex Rodriguez staying with the New York Yankees. Alex Rodriguez is my most favorite Yankee of all fucking time. As they try to shame him out of town. And he's just like, you want me to sit down in a playoff game? I don't give a fuck. I'm not leaving that contract. Go fuck yourselves. I'm staying. I love it. I absolutely love it. I actually watched a really disturbing YouTube video last night. I'm trying to think of how the hell I got there. I was watching animals. And I was watching these 2 little fucking weird things. They can't see that well. Their heartbeat when they're nervous can go up to like 1,300 beats per minute. Like somebody trying to win one of those fastest hand single-stroke roll drum contests. They can beat them with their heart. They can't see that well. And I don't know. They have to live meal to meal. Their heartbeat's so fucking fast that if they miss a meal, they could actually die. A sleuth, a sloth, I don't know what the fuck this thing was. But all I know, they don't see that well, and they 2 of them don't see each other till they literally run into each other. I gotta find this fucking video. And they just had the sickest fight I've ever seen in my life. Like, they had to slow it down. Like, when they were showing it, they're going, this is not sped up footage. This is how fast these guys. It was like watching 2 flyweights times, like, to the 5th power. So I'm watching that shit, which leads to more shit, and then I see like these bloodhounds getting fed, doing all that shit. Next thing you just keep looking to the right, and it's more, eagles killing snakes, snakes killing fucking this, a mongoose killing a fucking black mamba, and then next thing you know, I'm watching these rednecks going bear hunting. All right? And they got all these dogs in these metal cages, and they can stick their fucking heads out. And it's hilarious. They stick their heads out, and they're going, right? And all the PETA people are, of course, like, they're saying I want to get out of this cage. They're really excited because they want to go fucking hunting is what I'm thinking they're doing. So I'm like, they're going to hunt these bears with dogs? What the fuck is this? I mean, a bear could just swat one of them and kill him. But what it is they have so many of them. And basically, the dogs go, they chase the bear. The bear goes up a tree. And then like 10 rednecks walk up to the tree. And then one of them decides, all right, I'll fucking shoot it. And they shoot it, and it falls out of the fucking tree. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Just as far as, like, listen, going bear hunting takes unbelievable fucking balls. If it's you and a buddy, you know, and you're in bear country, and you could stumble upon a grizzly bear that she's walking with their cubs, and then she immediately comes over and tries to rip your fucking face off. And even though you got a gun, that still takes an unbelievable amount of balls. But I got to tell you this. Hunting black bear with like fucking 10 dogs, 5 dogs, and they chase it up a tree, and then you show up, watch this. I'm going to shoot that thing that's the size of my garage. Fucking nailed it, man. It was fucking disgusting. It was really disgusting. I respect it on one level because you have an ability to live off the land. The dollar crashes, you're like, well, we didn't have anything in the stock market. Fuck it, let's go bear hunting. You know, because those people really are the ones who are going to survive. So I have such a tremendous respect for anybody who hunts and has the ability to go out and basically go get some food. Unlike me, he's a total pussy and just goes down to the fucking grocery store. Yeah, can I get a pound of... No, make it 3/4 a pound of the turkey. Do you have the smoked? Let me get the smoked turkey. Some Havarti cheese with that. I'd like that, right? That's me hunting. And I get frustrated when I can't find the cereal aisle. So I'm basically one of the guys who, when the shit hits the fan, you know, and I'm in a city and I just get fucking herded into some goddamn FEMA camp, I'm done. Avenge me. I'm done, right? Those rednecks will just fucking slowly back off of their property. Like that dude who tucked his package between his legs in that movie with that chick who was in the fucking pinball movie, right? Silence of the Lambs. And just slowly fucking back out right into the woods. And you'll never see him again. They're going to be able to live off the land and fucking ride it out. And they'll create a new clan. You know? And they'll be the ones that eventually topple over the bankers after they exterminate everybody and they take all the land. And they'll laugh at those rednecks, you know, and just call them a pesky problem. And they'll try to hunt them down with drones from their fucking villas. And those fucking rednecks, they're going to be out there covered in mud like Rambo, a little bit of deer urine behind their necks, you know? And eventually, they're going to come back like fucking Attila the Hun, and all empires fall. And it's going to be those motherfucking rednecks who do it. Tremendous respect for them. Okay? Now, I haven't said all of that. Chasing a fucking bear up a tree with a bunch of goddamn dogs. You just see the bear up there like, the thing's just up there like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? You know? It's not like chilling, but it's not totally upset. It's like, all right, I'm up a tree. I don't really know what those things are. They're very loud. There's a lot of them. But they don't seem to be able to climb up the tree. So eventually they'll get tired. They'll get thirsty. They'll leave. I'll climb down, you know, crack open a Keystone and have a paw full of honey, and I'll just, you know, that'll be my day. And then all of a sudden these fucking, you know, just a good old boy, these fucking guys just come walking up. And I'm telling you, they're literally standing like maybe 20 yards from the tree. And this giant furry beanbag is right up there, and they just shoot it in the neck. And then it just falls. And they don't edit out it falling out of the fucking tree. It was just a, I don't know. Any rednecks out here listening to this where you can defend? I don't know. That just seems like the tiddlywinks of fucking hunting. You know? Checkers, not chess. You know what I mean? to quote Denzel in one of his movies where he screams at the fucking white guy from the suburbs. Doesn't quite, was in over his head, right? Teaching him the slang. All right, so like I mentioned, I'm here in New York City, and I had a great time last night. I went down to the Comedy Cellar and did like 3 shows down there. And it reminded me of the old days when I used to do all the shows here in New York and fucking jump in cabs and zip back and forth between the clubs. You'd have a new joke, and you get to try it 3 times in one night. You just can't, you can't put a price tag on that. And I ran into Ari Shaffir, who was living in L.A. He's now in New York City. And he's working his way into the club. He told me last night he's going to start leaving avails, so you can check out Ari Shaffir, hopefully, on some upcoming shows. And I'm psyched for him. Psyched to watch him grow by leaps and bounds by getting all that extra stage time. So it's been a wonderful thing out here. Oh, I know what. I forgot to bring up the Toronto mayor. Can you guys give me some more information on that guy? They're trying to say that he was smoking crack, and he goes that there's a video of him smoking crack. He said it doesn't exist. Then he called the media a bunch of maggots. So immediately, I'm loving this guy. He's talking all this shit, but then I kind of read up on him. And he's got a lot of sketchy shit in the background. I was wondering what you people in Toronto think about the guy. Or in neighboring cities. Do you think he is a piece of shit? Do you think the media is a bunch of maggots? I don't fucking know. Let me know. Anyways, here we go. Bill, as a Penguins fan, I have to ask, do you endorse the Bruins PA announcer going, woo, after goals? If so, what is wrong with you? I have to admit, I hated it when I first heard it. I hated it. Absolutely fucking hated it. And but I've come to an acceptance that the Bruins aren't mine anymore. I'm an old man now. And it's on to the younger generation, and this is how they're doing it. And I got to admit, now when I watch the games, it's the playoffs and they score, I'm so fucking excited that when the guy goes, woo, I fucking do it too. And I feel like fucking Ric Flair, and it's you can call me a douche all day long, and you'd be 100% right. I can't even defend it. And if it wasn't my team, I would be trashing the shit out of it too. I really would. All right? Well, let me ask you this. You guys have Ulf Samuelsson in your Ring of Honor. Okay? Let me ask you, what's worse? All right? And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say the woo because you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck because he's not fucking blowing out the knees of Sidney Crosby. But I can guarantee you cried like a fucking bitch when Crosby was out for a year and a half because that guy gave him a concussion, right? Or when Mario Lemieux was bitching about the fucking Islanders, you probably like, yeah, that's right, Mario. That's exactly right. You know? So here I am, trashing something that my own fucking team does. Why don't you grow up and have the ability to do the same? If not, go fuck yourself. Okay, a few weeks ago, I asked, when you go to a casino, what's the deal with the fucking carpets? Like, why they have the ugliest carpets on the planet. My theory has always been a casino is so goddamn big, the amount of money that you will save by buying the ugliest fucking carpet on the cheap, that's why you do it. When you literally, how many square feet is like, the Mirage? How many square feet is the fucking Bellagio and all that? I mean, it has to be, I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. 1 million square feet? I have no how many trucks have to pull up with that goddamn carpeting? So that's why I thought that it was always ugly carpeting. So here's some theories that people have said to me. Hey, Bill, wanted to let you know in response to your May 20th podcast, from having worked in the casino industry, I've heard the reason the carpets in the casino are so vomit-inducingly ugly is so people will avoid looking at them and instead look up at all the slot machines, restaurant signage, merchandise, and whatnot. It's a psychological manipulation to focus your attention where they want it. There's also usually a confusing pattern to the carpet. There's also usually a confusing pattern to the carpet design and overall structural layout to the place to make you subconsciously wander around and put your money into something rather than having any clue where an exit might be or how much time has passed. I agree with that. I would agree with the second half. The first half, I don't know. How long would you stare at carpet? You know? Like, God, look at the fiber. Look how beautiful that carpet is. I would actually think at this point, if you had a beautiful carpet, like a nice fucking electric blue, you know, letting people feel like, oh my God, something exciting's going to happen here. You know, maybe something peaceful. Then you'd be a little more relaxed when you fucking walked in there. Then you could look around at the whores. I don't know. But as far as like having a confusing pattern and a weird structural layout, I mean, if you've never been lost in a casino, you've never been in a casino. What you end up having to do is you got to pick you got to start memorizing where the restaurants are. Like, there's where the sports book is, so I know the elevator is to the right. But if you start cutting through slots and you're like fucking, oh, another Jack Nicholson reference, him in The Shining in the end, Wendy, as you're going through all those hedges, you're not. Like, I'm surprised you don't see somebody sitting on the ground like dead with an axe in their hand. Not frozen, but you know. Yeah, frozen like those people you pass when you're trying to get to the top of that mountain there. Mount Everest, right? Over there in the Himalayas. Is it in the Himalayas? I have no idea. Here's another theory somebody has. The strange pattern on the carpeting on casino floors is so if you drop a chip, you don't hear it hit the floor. And the crazy colors hide the chips if you're looking for them. I don't buy that one either. That just seems like a fucking long way to go to try and make some money. You're already playing a game where the odds is so in favor of the casino. They don't need to be crawling around the floor afterwards vacuuming up chips. I wouldn't go with that. Somebody else said that the reason that they have it is because it's easy to clean up puke stains. I don't know what it is. But please bring me more theories to that because I find it fascinating. There has to, I out of everything that I just read there, I believe it's a confusing pattern. And it adds to the confusion of trying to get the fuck out of there, and then you just, next thing you know, you're playing a game. That one seems to make the most sense to me. All right. Here's the next one here. Where the fuck am I here? All right. Dear Bilbo Faggins, I have recently discovered my lifelong friend is, in fact, an asshole. First, let me give you some backstory. I've been friends with this kid since car seats and baby teeth. So last year, when I'm looking to move into a new place, I naturally turn to him. Oh, that's not a good thing to do. Living, one of the quickest ways to end a lifelong friendship is to go and live with somebody. Just think of all the people who've fallen in love. You're my soulmate. They get married, and within 5 years, one of them goes mysteriously missing. By the way, that's a bad thing to do. If you're going to kill your wife or your husband, you should really go practice on some homeless people and prostitutes first, Get your murdering game up to par. To really try and get away with the murder with your first murder when you have everything to gain with that person being gone. It's no wonder everybody gets caught. You gotta suck it up. You gotta push your ego down and go to the minors first. Get some at-bats down there with the fucking the fucking Newark Bears. Take a couple of pokes, Get out there. Shake the rust off. Sorry. Anyways. So he goes, last year I decide to move into a new place. I naturally, so when I'm looking to do that, I naturally turn to him. He was living on his own with his cousin and was happy to move in with me. Now, since I have known him so long, I know his tendency to be a slob. I discussed this with him before we moved in and let him know I could only tolerate so much uncleanliness. He responded back in kind and agreed. Now, flash forward to after I move in. I wake up in the middle of the night to snoring that can wake the dead. I do what any normal person would do and go out and ask him to do something since it was keeping me up. The kicker is he wasn't even in his room. He's laying on the floor in the living room. So I wake him up and ask him if he could either A, stop snoring, or B, go to his room. This elicits no response from the beast. He attempts confrontation and finally relinquishes to his room. Yeah, this guy's he sleeps pretty hard. He goes, this has happened on and off now for the past year. Usually he just gives me the finger now. Just gives me the finger now when I wake him up for snoring. Clearly, I get the impression that he only cares about himself and gives two shits about anybody else. There's other things like him not cleaning up after himself, not caring for his pet, and some smoking habits that are less than appealing. I'm willing to compromise, though, but he just makes no effort. He refuses to address any of it. He always says he thinks of me as family, but I don't imagine anybody treating their family like this. Actually, that's exactly how you treat family, because you know they're not going to leave you. So he goes, so now I'm moving out, and I haven't told him this is the reason. So Bill, what do I do? Do I tell him he's an asshole and tell him to kick rocks, or just forget about it and let bygones be bygones? You just forget about it, dude. All right? Because this guy was your best friend until you lived with him. Just feel bad for his future wife. And this is the deal. One of these days, he'll bring up you guys living together, and you'll just laugh about it and just be like, dude, I left because I swear to God I was fantasizing about going out into the living room and chopping your fucking head off, or just fucking stuffing a chloroform rag in your goddamn mouth. And you can just laugh about it. But right now, with how upset you are at him, it's going to affect your friendship. If you're done being friends with the guy, I would bring it up now. But if you're not, then I would just I would use that story to get laid. That's what I would do. Because it'll be a funny story, and as you're telling the funny story, the woman's going to be listening, being like, oh, my God, this guy's considerate. He picks up after himself. I have this unbelievable urge to suck his dick now. What is that? Why do I do that, guys? That's how I would use it. All right? And then whenever he brings it up, just laugh about it. That's like I lived with Bobby, Robert Kelly, one of my best friends in the whole wide world. We almost killed each other when we lived together. Ba-do, dude. I lived with him. And he was a fucking slob. And I was the fucking... I'm not even that neat. That's the thing. I'm not even that neat. Like, I don't make the fucking bed every day. I always have 3-4 days of clothes. But I get it to that point. 3-4 days, and then I pick up. I'm pretty good about doing the dishes. But he was just like... I'd come back from the road, and there would be, like, dishwater, like 6 days old or something. And there'd be, like, noodles from, like, the Chinese food floating in there. It was like, we didn't have any rubber gloves, and I'd have to stick my hand and reach for that plug. Oh, it was fucking nasty. We lived in such a shithole. I got to talk to him about that someday. If he remembers, we had this fucking kitchen. The countertop was plastic. I don't know what it was, like this hard plastic, and it was yellow and it was dirty. It was so fucking gross. Like you couldn't even cook in there. It had this fucking stove, I swear to God, that if you could rock it back and forth 2-3 times, it would literally come down like an old shack. It was such a piece of shit. And then the guy who actually his name was on the lease used to keep his smelly hockey stuff out there in the kitchen. It was the most disgusting fucking thing. And then there was 3 guys living there, and like assholes, we had like a bathroom basket out in the kitchen. Not a big like kitchen size, a bathroom one. So it was always overflowing with whatever the fucking you ate. It was nasty. Ugh, that really just took me back to a bad period in my life. Although it's funny now. It's funny. Yesterday I was over with Bobby and his lovely wife, eating some dinner. She cooked a fucking tremendous meal. And we started laughing about the old days living together, right? And I'm still friends with them, And you know what I did? I addressed what a slob he was while we were living together, and we went like 6 months without even speaking to each other after we moved out. And you know what? You don't want to go through that type of shit. But we were both young and immature. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you got to go through it. I don't fucking know. Anyway, success story. Hey there, Billy Redface. I'll keep this short, but you gave me spot-on advice a few months ago about my cheating ex-wife, so I sincerely thank you. Well, you're welcome, sir. And if anybody's listening to this, know that I'm a fucking moron. So every once in a while, like, you play darts long enough, you're going to hit a bullseye. All right? But you guys listen to me and my advice at your own fucking risk. All right? So anyways, he goes, I couldn't be happier. My real question is, how long were you single before you met Nia? And would you care to share any of your bad dating stories? Thanks, and fuck Sid the Kid and the Pussy Penguins, Bruins in 6. All right, Bruins fans. How long was I single? I was single for quite a while. I don't remember. So fucking long ago. I don't know, a couple of years. But I was never good at being single, doing that whole fucking playboy thing, talking girls into bed and all that type of shit. I always felt like shit afterwards, unless the girl was like fucking smoking hot, and then you had like, can't believe she slept with me, man, kind of vibe. I never, I don't know. You know what it is? By the time I figured out how to talk a woman in bed, by then I was like in my early 30s, and there was always something that, if you're fucking talking to somebody like, 22, 23, and they're just fresh out of college. I literally, it was like the pussy version of watching those rednecks hunting bear with dogs. I just didn't feel the sense of accomplishment after a while. I'm a big softy. What can I tell you? Anyways, the Man Great system, everybody. Father's Day, it's right around the corner, everybody. All right? And whose dad doesn't like to grill? Everybody's dad likes to go out there. Even the people who don't like to grill. There's just something about being a guy cooking some raw meat over an open flame. I don't know what it is. You actually, in your head, you feel like you hunted that thing down. Like you shot that cow, that saber-toothed cow. You just, I don't know what it does. It's in your DNA. So, this Father's Day, think the Man Great. What is the Man Great, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. Put your eyebrows down, because here comes the information. They are 100% made in America cast iron grilling grates that are revolutionizing the way people grill. Heavy-duty grilling grates deliver exactly what you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. This is making me hungry right now. Chicken, steak, or veggies will never have tasted so good. No more flare-ups, no more dry meat, guaranteed. Named one of the 2012's best grilling accessories by Men's Health magazine. Man Greats are the perfect gift for Dad this Father's Day. Go to mangreat.com and enter the coupon code BURR, B-U-R-R, for their $19.99 Father's Day special, or click the Man Great banner on the show website. $20. You're going to hook up your dad for the whole summer. And basically, if you don't understand what they are, when you buy a grill, they come with those anorexic, like those aluminum grill racks. You're trying to mark up your steak. It doesn't look good. But then when you go to a steakhouse, they got those nice thick ones. You know what I mean? That's what those are. It's like a hot rod. You're upgrading the quality. And it's 100% made in America, 100% cast iron, 100% steakhouse quality grilling in your backyard. All right? So remember, each Monday morning podcast order also comes with a heavy-duty grilling brush for $20, people. Again, that's the Man Great Grill Enhancement System. Order today at mangreat.com. Mangreat.com and enter the coupon code BURR, B-U-R-R, at checkout. All right? All right, last advertising of the week. LegalZoom, everybody. America was built by innovators and dreamers. People like Edison, Henry Ford. And then they write, feel free to add your own example of an innovator/dreamer. Because last week I laughed when I read Steve Jobs. Edison, Henry Ford, and Joe DeRosa. Joe's a dreamer. He likes dreaming. Because dreaming can make him mine. But it's the inventors and entrepreneurs all around us. People like you that made America such a great country. That's right. This month, LegalZoom celebrates innovators by helping. What they're really saying there was at some point, Edison and Henry Ford were just like you. Going to a football game with that plastic hat with the beer cups and the straw to your mouth. And then one day they were like, I got to get my S together. And next thing you know, you got lights in a car. All right? So what are you doing? What great idea are you sitting on that you need to protect it? You don't want some corporation to steal it from you? Go to LegalZoom.com. This month, LegalZoom celebrates innovators by helping them launch their dreams. Apply for a patent to secure your invention. How awesome is that? Applying for a patent. Register your trademark to protect your products, services. Incorporate or form an LLC and launch your business dream. Just call or visit LegalZoom.com, and they'll take care of you from start to finish. They've already helped 1 million businesses get started the right way. Okay? So if you got that great idea, okay, the first step towards your dream is going to LegalZoom.com and making sure that you're incorporated so nobody can sue you. And the next one is you got to get a patent so nobody can steal your idea. All right? Then you're off to the races. And I hope all you guys make $1 zillion. And it all starts with LegalZoom.com. All right, let's get back to the questions here. I really do want that for all you guys. You know, if you're happy in a cubicle, I know I break your balls about that, but if you're happy, you don't give a fuck, then, you know, happiness. I'd like for you to achieve happiness. So anyways, off to join the Army. All right, this is a good Memorial Day email. Hey, Bill, thanks for all the funny. Well, you're welcome. He said, I've come to a point in life where decisions have to be made. For the past 7 years, I've been working within an industry that has thrown me so many curveballs and fuck yous that it just doesn't seem normal. The brief roundup of what I've been through. Shit canned 3 weeks after buying a house. Oh, my God. You know, I've never had to deal with stress that level. I can't imagine that one. Number 2, business closed 2 weeks before my wedding. Oh, my God. So not only are you not making money, you now have to be even more involved in the wedding planning because you don't have the I got to go to work excuse. All right, number 3, numerous dead-end jobs and whatnot leading up to today. Although I have had the pleasure of listening to the wise words of Burr, I don't know about that, dude. You're listening to a moron that you can relate to. You said, I have decided enough is enough. I'm off to join the Army. Going to do a trade. Throwing away 8 years within the tech industry to become a chef. So be a chef in the Army. There you go. You just hang back and peel potatoes. That's what no, you're not even that. You fucking make that shitty Army food taste unbelievable. You know? Then you get fans within the Army. Then you come out. Don't blow all your money on hookers and all of that bullshit. Save all your fucking money. Be a chef in the goddamn Army, and then when you get out, you know, start your own restaurant. I'd experiment with food and find out what the average American likes. You know, you have a total, like, demographic right there, running the gamut. You got people from all 50 states. All right? And some of them know how to cook. Maybe the southern guy can teach you how to make some of that fucking barbecue. You know? Somebody out in Buffalo can show you how to make some wings that are juicy on the inside, crunchy on the outside. This is a tremendous opportunity. You can go see the fucking world. And I know there's other people in the Army. See the fucking world over the middle of this fucking shithole. I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put a positive spin on this. Yeah, it is what you put into it. So he goes, there's a lot of hard work ahead. Yeah, that guy yelling in your ear. What kind of chef do you know can go through an obstacle course? I hope you're going to do some push-ups, buddy. And he goes, it'll be well worth it in the end. If all goes to plan, I'll be away from home and the wife for 8 months. Nobody said I'd get a holiday, too. LOL. Anyways, just wanted to say thanks, and I'll be sure to listen always, even when I'm living on some base far away from my friends and family. All right, dude. Well, good luck for you, man. If you feel like that's the right way to go, I hope you come back to being a chef, though, man. You know, if that's actually in your heart. You know, it's funny. That story just reminded me of something, and I was laying down, and then I just sat up, and now I can't even fucking remember. The fuck? I got to go back and reread some of this shit. A chef, hard work will be worth it. Fuck. What happened to my brain? Huh? What happened to it, everybody? All right. We're almost... Oh, I know what it was. Getting into shape. I got to show you this YouTube video. And by the way, I love YouTube more than anything on the fucking planet. It's one of the things that I always go to. But this whole thing where they're not letting you say I don't want to use my real name. You know, I don't want to use my real name. I don't. Not because I write cunty shit. Just because I don't want people knowing who the fuck I am. You know, I don't even really leave that many comments on YouTube. But you know what it is? I just don't like how they're not giving me the option to say no. So you keep hitting the refresh button, and, you know, it's getting to the point. You know, well, you know what I would do? If I had any sort of computer savvy, I would just start a total ripoff of YouTube where you could remain anonymous. And you just have the exact same fucking videos. And anyways, I don't know how, I'll try to find this YouTube video. We're going to have it up there. This guy has this fucking plank position, 5-minute fucking workout that I'm going to start doing. You know the plank position where you basically, it's like you're in the push-up position, but you're on your forearms. So he does each one of these positions for 15 seconds, all right? This is basically the workout as far as I can remember it, all right? So you're doing the original plank position, you're on your forearms, 15 seconds, all right? Next 15 seconds, you just have your left arm pointed straight ahead like you're doing Sieg Heil Hitler, right? You do that. And then after 15 seconds, you put that down. Now the right hand, Heil Hitler, all right? This is by no means pro-Nazi. I'm just trying to give you a visual here. Or you could just watch the fucking video. All right, then the next 15 seconds, your left leg straight out, put that down, then your right leg straight out, right? And then you go left leg, right hand, right arm. That's like a balancing thing. And then the opposite of that. Then you go to your it's fucking insane. Like the longest I've ever been able to do the plank position when I was in really good shape was like 2 minutes. So I'm on this shit. All right, so do it with me. I'm going to put a link up to the podcast page, to the YouTube video, and hopefully you don't have to go through that rigmarole of having to leave your real name. If you do, just hit the refresh button. But I found lately if you hit the refresh button too much, it just keeps going back to it, and then you just have to shut it off and then just click on YouTube again. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know why they're doing it, if anybody knows why. I mean, one of it I kind of would be great if people who write all that racist shit actually had to leave their real names. Maybe they wouldn't. But what does that really solve? They're still going to be racist, you know? They just know not to say it out loud so they won't lose their jobs, right? Isn't that right? I don't fucking know. Anyways, that's the podcast for this week, everybody. I still had a couple of good ones to read here. Can you remind you know, what else you got to do? It's Memorial Day, right? Let's read a couple more. Horses. Hey, Bill, thanks for your relationship. Think of your relationship with your dog. This is what you can have with a horse, but it's more. Oh, yeah, because I said if I ever had a horse, I'd love to have a horse that I never rode. I hate that whole breaking the horse. He goes, dogs are kind of like happy-go-lucky buddies. They have a lightness. Horse are like noble dogs. They are a little smarter and can be even more emotional than a dog. So they can be even more loyal than a dog. They have to be won over. Oh, you left out the B. They have to be won over with respect. And once you do this, they consider it a pleasure to have you ride them. It's a two-way thing that's hard to describe. Watch the movie Black Beauty, the one with Alan Cummings as the voice, and go fuck yourself. All right. I don't know that they... Would you ever find it a pleasure to have 150 to 200 pounds on your back? Imagine if you had a backpack that weighed, we'll just say 180 pounds. And not only was it on your back, it was fucking slapping your ass telling you to go faster and which way to go. Would you enjoy that? I don't know. More horse stuff. I want to know. Because I love horses, but I just can't. I could never break one. That would kill me. That really would. That would hurt my fucking heart. Underrated. Uncle Billiam. This could be the underrated of the century. Keeping your dick in check. Flipping the script on the ladies. And refusing your woman's sex. I just told my girl no sex till she goes and applies for 10 jobs today. And the look on her face was priceless. Like she just had no clue what just happened. Looked like a little kid that had just had its teddy bear stolen. Love the podcast and go fuck yourself, you redheaded bastard. Yeah, no, it's a great one. That's a great one. I mean, you're fucking with that. That's, you know what? You having your dick in check is like your woman fucking bench pressing more than you. That's basically it. I mean, the core thing a guy has over a woman is that he's physically stronger. Okay? Core thing a woman has is that we're run by our dicks. Well, I mean, they're also smarter. I think I do think women are smarter in a lot of areas just because they have to be. It's a nature thing. You know? We're stronger, so I think we just didn't use our brains as much. Back when you could fucking drag a woman around by her hair and beat her with a branch. I said, shut the fuck up, you know? You didn't have to grow as a human being. They had to sit there and be like, how do I get that big dumb oaf to do exactly what I want him to do? I can't grab him by the fucking throat. How can I make him do it and actually make him feel like it's his decision? You know? Anyways, whatever. That's the podcast for this week. Go fuck yourselves. I'm touring with the Teen Idol sensation. We're going to be at the Count Basie Theater this Wednesday. You know, 1 o'clock jump. Count Basie fucking theater out in Red Bank, New Jersey. And then we're going down to some fucking theater in Baltimore. I don't have the names of these. On Friday, and then Saturday, I don't know. I'm in some place in, Thursday I'm in Baltimore. Friday I'm in Pennsylvania. And then Saturday I wind it up with 2 shows down there in, in fucking Atlantic City. And tickets have been selling unbelievable. The best I've ever sold in my career. And I want to thank all you guys. It means the world to me that you guys are coming out to my shows. And I get to continue living my dream here. All right? So thank you for that. That's